You know, a friend of mine asked me earlier about this question of how do they block negative energy? Or how do they block negative people? And, you know, I think it's a really good topic for the time of year right now where we're visiting relatives, we're seeing old friends. And, you know, a lot of times if we haven't seen people in a while, you know, people change and we change. And sometimes our points of view and our perceptions are a little different from each other. And I think it's really important to, first of all, be able to understand that we all have our own opinions. We all have the right to go on this journey the way we want to. And so therefore, we don't have to have other people agree with us or have like the same point of view. And then I think second, when it goes to the question of how do you block negative people or block this energy, you know, what I do is, first is I do my best just to stay away. If there's a negative conversation happening, if there's, you know, if people are trying to get into a debate with me and it's not something that I really want to go ahead and discuss just because I realize it's not going to go anywhere, I simply just exit out of the conversation, exit out of the scene. You know, so this way you just stay away from it. It's out of your mind, out of sight. Now, in the situation that, let's say you can't do that, you know, and you're staying in that conversation, you know, one thing I always keep in mind of myself is there's a story about, it's one of those old spiritual teachings, you know, the books I would read. And one of them talks about how if somebody was to give you a gift and you say, no, you don't accept it, then they're still holding on to this gift. And sometimes if somebody has like this negative gift, you know, this gift of negativity, and they go, here you go. And then you go, okay, and you just take it. Now it's yours. And now you feel that negativity. You feel the result and the effect of this gift. But we always have the right to just say no. Like, no, thank you. I don't want to take it. And so when it comes to like these conversations, you know, people go, you are this and you are that, you know, it's really important to realize that we don't have to go and accept or agree with what it is they're saying. They can say whatever they want to say because, like we talked about earlier, everybody has right to their own journey and their own opinions. But it doesn't mean that we have to accept their opinions as facts. We don't even have to accept their opinions as anything besides their opinions. It's just sound coming out of their mouth, you know? And so this doesn't mean that we go into a place where we judge them like, hey, they are this and they are that. Because when we do that, we are getting into this negative energy ourselves. But we simply just know that they are on their own journey and this is what they believe, and that's fine. You know, I'm sure of what it is that I know to be true, but maybe they'll figure it out later on. Maybe they have another path. It doesn't matter. I'm not responsible for them. They're not responsible for me. And so that really helps. And I think something else that really is connecting with family members or friends is where we try to go and give good advice, or we try to help people that we find maybe in a little struggle, or they may have some problem. And as we're listening to them, we realize how obvious the problem is. Maybe they haven't figured it out. And so in our mind, we're thinking, oh man, this is what it is. Let me go and mention it to this person. So then we tell them, hey, you know, you told me about this problem, and here's what I think it is, you know. And a lot of times it has to do with some type of inner resistance, some type of inner fear, some type of inner belief or judgment. However, be very careful when you're doing this, and make sure that this is something that they're actually looking for, that they're actually have the intention of wanting to change. Because if they don't have the intention and we share this with them, they will get into this defensive mode a lot of times. And instead of trying to receive it and knowing that, hey, you know, this is something I should look at, they look at it in another way, which is, hey, you know, you're attacking me, you're attacking my belief, you're attacking, you know, my actions, you're judging on what it is that I'm doing, and now I feel upset from that, you know. And then they'll come around and try to poke things at you. Well, nobody's perfect. How about you this and you that? And suddenly this good intention that you're trying to help this person is now coming back at you. You know, so this is where we use the power of our discernment, to where we want to do the best for people and we want to spread light and love where we go, but we also got to make sure that people are ready for it and that they're wanting it. If they're not wanting it, it's okay. Because, you know, going back to the beginning, everybody's got their own time in the journey of their life. Sometimes people are ready now, sometimes they're ready later on. It doesn't matter, you know? And for the people that are close to us, you know, our friends and our family members, when the time is right, a lot of times we will know. It'll become very obvious. You'll start to see the things that they're saying. You start to see their decisions. The conversations you have with them are suddenly different. You know, some people they're just constant complaining and judging and how this is problems and this is problems. And then suddenly you talk to them 6 months later and they're like, you know, I realize everything's actually okay. And suddenly they have like a totally different perspective on things. And so you realize something has changed and you didn't even have to do anything about it. And then at that point, you know, you may want to go and share something with this person. Well, hey, that's great. You know, also I learned this, and then we share with you something on that, you know, so now you got this nice energy. So I hope this advice helps. Have a great, happy holidays. I'm here and about to go watch a movie right now in downtown Zurich. This place is beautiful. It's like a postcard here. I love this place. It's awesome. And it's really cold. It's cold, but I've been out here for a little while, so my hands have kind of gotten adjusted to the cold, but still kind of numb. So is my mouth. So if I'm talking a little funny, it's because it's super cold. So guys, have a good one. Love you guys. See ya.